sometimes there's just no way around it. Relationships can be complicated. The right words just might not come out no matter how much planning you do. You might just not be able to connect with that guy in the way that you hoped, despite your best efforts. Now, with that said, sometimes we can overcomplicate relationships and forget about the really simple things we can do to start a connection. So in this video, we're going to talk about 4 simple things a woman can do to invite a man to pursue her. Number 1, use his name. Now, this tip is really for those types of situations where you've met a man before, but you've not yet created a very deep connection. This isn't really for that type of interaction where you've known each other for years. Rather, again, this is for that person you're kind of interested in, but you guys don't know each other that well yet. So when you remember his name and you use his name, that signals to him that you remember him, that you're signaling him out, and that he's left an impression on you. Quite simply, all relationships begin with that first step of knowing each other's name. So while the relationship isn't always going to be straightforward, it's going to get a lot more complicated than that. At least get to that point, because sometimes you think so far down the line that you overlook the very simple things you can do when you see that man. Number 2, say yes. A woman's first gut reaction is often no. Now, why is that? It's for good reason, because a woman knows that she has to guard her heart. She knows that this world is full of men who will pursue her with bad intentions. And so she has trained herself, again, out of necessity, to go through this world in a very guarded way. And so when you get caught off guard, you usually refer back to your default position. You know, what's your natural response? And again, for women, that oftentimes is no. So when a man pursues and she's unsure, no. And it's helpful to switch that to a yes. Now, of course, you want to be careful. I'm not saying just say yes to every random guy that, pursues you, but sometimes it's easier to go back and change your mind and say, I thought more about it and I don't want to go out, or I'm just not interested. Rather than what a lot of women do is they say no and then regret it. Man, why did I say no? Why didn't I give that guy a chance? Number 3, smile when you see him. Proverbs 15:13, a glad heart makes a cheerful face, but by sorrow of heart, the spirit is crushed. The way we look on the outside often expresses to others what we're feeling on the inside. A simple smile goes a long way for a guy. Now, I'm not telling you to use that look across the room smile and then expecting him to just get up and pursue you. Rather, I'm more so talking about when you're interacting with a guy that you've met, just make sure you're intentionally expressing your happiness to see him. And the most simple way to do that is with a smile. When you say his name, when you greet him, when you guys are interacting, just make sure your face actually expresses how you're feeling, because some of us oftentimes aren't processing how we are projecting ourselves. And we don't mean to, but we can look really serious. We can look really concerned. If you're nervous on the inside, sometimes that just shows up on the outside and kind of makes everyone else uncomfortable. So just doing your best to show him that you're happy to see him, because that motivates him to want to be around you. We all like being around people who are happy to see us. And number 4, choose to place yourself near him. Naomi said to Ruth, "See, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor, but when he lies down, observe the place where he lies, then go and uncover his feet and lie down, and he will tell you what to do." If you walk into the auditorium at church and there's many open seats, and you choose to place yourself near this man that you're interested in and you hope pursues you one day, that could be a sign to him that maybe you did that on purpose. Or likewise, if you're interested in a guy at work, sitting at the table that he's sitting at during your break you do that consistently enough, he'll probably get the idea, she seems to enjoy being around me. Or maybe if you're at a party or a social gathering and you join the circle that's talking and this guy is in that circle, he might interpret that as you wanting to get to know him more. Now, of course, sometimes this just goes right over a guy's head, or we just assume, oh, it's just coincidental, she sat there. But if you do these types of things enough, it oftentimes gives the guy a slight opportunity to realize, hey, maybe there's something to this. In the end, this is just simple because it's a low risk. If he's not interested or it just doesn't work, no big deal. You placed yourself in this space that isn't like you verbally expressed your interest in him. It's extremely simple to just be around this man so that he can at least have the opportunity to pursue you. It's a big blessing to this ministry when you give these videos a thumbs up. That helps it spread to other people who might need to see them. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com, and until next time, God bless.